Are you late for work? No problem, just so your bus is late. Works for me every time.
Yeah, you're fired.
What?
Planning rules.
Developments are regulated by bylaws. Regional plans.
Why are buses late in Halifax? I mean, nobody wants to gamble their appointments on an unreliable bus system.
Watch it.
Well, buses are actually late for a number of reasons, and we'd like to share the first one with you right now.
Excuse me.
That's awkward.
I'm at a bus stop in front of Halifax Central Library to study the effect of traffic congestion on the schedule of bus 1. The bus runs from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m., so I might as well get comfortable. It's the super boring data entry experiment of planning.
Buses are usually the first public transit system in an urban area. You work out roads, so all you need is a few buses, some bus stop, and presto! You got transit. But there's problem number one. Buses use the same road network as everyone else, so when there's congestion, they get stuck, like everyone else. Traffic hardly moves at all for periods in the morning and evening at choke points like Ferris Road, Quimple Road, the McDonald Bridge, the Bedford Highway, Herring Cove Road, Portland Street, Bell Road. Whew! So unless Halifax buys a fleet of helicopter buses or hopper hoppers, the bus is going to be pretty slow and will arrive whenever traffic allows it to. But how bad is it exactly in Halifax? Well, let's find out.
Hey, wake up. Oh boy.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. That robot lady on the Go Time phone line is pretty crafty with her language. If she says the bus
is scheduled to depart in,
that's just a guess based on the schedule. But if she says it
will depart in,
then it's a pretty sure thing. The bus you just phoned about has a GPS that communicates with the Go Time system, meaning that the robot lady has a pretty good idea of when your bus is actually going to arrive. Pretty cool, huh?
Right now it's 12:31. That is the last bus that just left, so I'm gonna go back to the lab and analyze the data and see what's going on. Otherwise, I'm going to bed now.
I got my data on bus arrivals and departures, which is quality stuff you can only get from sitting on the side of the road for 19 hours. Now, we will have to do this experiment several more times to be statistically valid, but let's take a look at the results. On the day of the experiment, 43% of the buses were early and 35% of the buses were late. On average, buses missed their schedule by about 1.6 minutes. Under Halifax Transit's definition, a bus is not on time if it misses its flight by 3 minutes, which means that, by definition, 93% of the buses were on time. Not too bad. But when the buses were late, it could really mess up someone's schedule. There was even one occasion where you would have to wait 26 minutes for a bus that was supposed to come every 10 minutes. But what about the effects of congestion? Well, it's hard to tell at the moment. While buses did have trouble hitting their scheduled time during rush hour, we observed this trend in other times as well. We clearly have to investigate further, but let's hear what Halifax Transit has to say.
Increases in traffic volume have been, over the past 10 years, I would say, have impacted our schedule reliability. But routes that are the most subject to running behind are usually the very long ones. For example, the Route 61 becomes the Route 14 when it gets into downtown Halifax. And so you might be waiting for your bus on Portland Street in Dartmouth, and there's been an accident at the Armdale Rotary and your bus is late. So far as you know, there's no traffic in Dartmouth, but your trip might be delayed. As part of the Moving Forward Together plan, one of the principles on which the plan was developed was building a transfer-based network. Now, a transfer-based network uses shorter routes and asks passengers to connect from one bus route to another in order to get to their destination. The benefit of having shorter routes is your route is more likely to be running on time, because if there's a shorter route, you're less likely to be sitting in traffic.
That's it for our show. Thanks for watching. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna look for another job.